So I just want to dive into a little bit more of the specifics. So when it comes to equipment, I want to know more about dampeners. So how do they work? Do they actually do anything in particular? Like I've just always been told that they're good for vibration and just reducing the shock and potentially like reducing injuries. What do you know about that?
Yeah, so dampeners are an interesting one, right? So first thing, as a player with kids coming through your club or whatever it is, you want to be consistent with them, right? So something that you'll see is kids will like one type of dampener, it's got a smiley face on it or something. Then they might have a different dampener on their other racket where it might be, I don't know, branded with the name of their coaching business that they get coached at, right? So dampeners may be made of different materials. There might be different weights. So you might have that one coaching business one that might weigh like 6 or 7 grams. And then you might have that little smiley face one that's 3 grams. So straight away, by putting them into your racket, you're changing the specs of the frame. So you've got extra weight sitting in there. But something that everything that people say around dampeners is usually like, oh, it helps injuries, or it might help my arm because I've got tennis elbow. From some of the research we've done, all a dampener does is actually just mask mishits. So it'll change the sound. So something you'll notice when you don't have a dampener in, that's quite common when you ask people why they use one. They go, I put it in because I got sick of that tinging sound happening when I hit the ball. So you hit the ball and you hear that ting, and it's because they're not hitting it in the center. So if you take that same racket and you gave it to someone who could hit the ball quite hard and clean and hit it in the middle, that sound would go away. So all it's doing is changing the sound that the player's hearing. So some people go, well, why do pros use them? Some players prefer the sound that makes, but while it's in there or while it's not, or that kind of thing as well. Yeah.
Also just habit, and they've always just used one. It just is comfortable to them. But that's really interesting. I didn't realize it was just purely sound based.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Like, you can try it yourself. So anyone out there, take the dampener out, hit for a while with it, it'll feel a little bit weird and sound weird to you. And then as soon as you pop it back in, the sound will change.
That's really interesting. I like not using a dampener for the feedback it gives you though, because it almost like forces me to try to hit clean. Yeah. And then when I don't, I get that feedback of like, I'm not hitting clean, and it's like, it makes me almost like strive to hit cleaner.
Yeah, you sort of start to realize if you're hitting it in the middle or not, because you start hearing that ting, 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 and it's actually quite annoying, right?
Yeah.
So then that's why people tend to put them in.
Yeah.